There's too many songs about diamond teeth and gold chains. Too many rappers who still glorify gangs. There's way too many rhymes about codeine and women we'd like to bang. I just wanted to make a song to say thanks. Thank you to the cops who really trying to make the world a better place, risking their lives to keep a man they never even met safe. They ain't trying to kill your kids or lock their father away. They got...
What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus.
And it's your boy, Don Wannabe, back in the house once again.
Democrat Don, man. It looks like
he's going full back the blue, so hey.
Hey, man. Oh, shit. Is that a real tattoo? That's wild. I didn't see that.
What, you think it's a henna tattoo?
This guy.
A wash off American flag.
All right. This is a Heroes. And just from the beginning of that, I have a feeling where this is going to go, which I actually think that's kind of cool, especially for we just did our first Eminem reaction just like 2 minutes ago, Mm-hmm. And I think it's kind of interesting to see all these, when you're doing reactions, the music goes everywhere. But today, me and you are kind of diving into hip hop, which we have not done in a while on the channel.
We have not. Yeah. I'm curious. You think M backs the blue?
Bro, anyways, that's a funny question because I don't know, because I think it's ignorant when you think about the police details that have to take these dudes to their concerts. That's just the truth. And most people who work security at some capacity were ex-military or ex-police.
Yeah.
So to not respect that is crazy.
Yeah.
But also being able to call a spade, like we've seen documentaries of precincts fully corrupt, doing wild stuff.
71st or whatever.
There's stuff that goes on. So I just think having a balanced perspective on calling a spade, if there's a bad apple, calling them out, getting rid of that, not condoning it.
Yeah, I got some thoughts. I'm about to get into it, but let's watch the video.
Yeah, we do need to. Why does Tom do that, man?
Well, that's what I like about it. He actually is delving into subject matter that has some substance. So, a lot of music you can listen to and you're like, oh, there's some cool punchlines.
Yeah, or
right?
It's funny.
And there's great wordplay or, and there's nothing wrong. It's a dope beat. It's a vibe. There's all these things, but he delves into subjects where it's like, okay, there's actually talking points that we can get into pro and con.
Yeah. You guys like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's get this going.
40-year-old boys are back in town. 40. Boys are back in town. 40-year-old boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40.
All right, you guys, let's get this logo down and pull the video up. Don't forget to support the original content on the channel. Actually, I just started a new channel, Pegasus Versus the World. He has Don Wannabe. I'm going to put the links to them. I've been releasing new commentary videos. It's not a reaction channel. If you rock with me for my commentary or my personality, over there I'm going to take on challenges, trending topics, world topics, a bunch of different things. So yeah. You guys want to tap in, link in the description. What are you trying to hate on now?
I said, oh, you got an opinion now?
I've always had an opinion. Just not on, well, it depends on the reaction. Yeah. But YouTube trying to hold me back. These just can't hold me back. Anyways, if y'all want to be a member of this channel, link in the description gives you access to all the reactions early. We are doing a handful of Eminem reactions, but they won't drop for a week. So yeah, holler. Let's get it. This is Tom MacDonald, Heroes.
There's too many songs about diamond teeth and gold chains. Too many rappers who still glorify gangs. There's way too many rhymes about codeine and women we'd like to bang. I just wanted to make a song to say thanks. Thank you to the cops who really trying to make the world a better place, risking their lives to keep a man they never even met safe. They ain't trying to kill your kids or lock their father away. They got families who need food on their plates. And thank you to the firefighters. Whenever I hear sirens, I pray. It takes a special kind of man to run toward all the flames. When we see smoke and we need help, the fire can't be contained. They running in while everybody runs away. And thank you to the soldiers fighting for us, flying way overseas. Ain't never met you, but I love you cause you're dying for me. I'm enjoying my freedom and I know freedom ain't free. When the anthem plays, I don't take a knee. And thank you to the truckers, the janitors, and the average people. The ones holding the jobs that will damage your ego. The ones who do the most and in return they get zero. Screw what anyone says, y'all are heroes.
Everyday people,
They know who they are, they aren't superstars.
and they don't fight evil.
They gotta do the hours with no superpowers. Everyday people don't always save the world. They don't get the girl, but y'all are heroes. Heroes. Too many songs about Xanax and faces.
Damn. Me personally, for some reason, I feel a little bit emotional when I hear stuff like that. Obviously, my dad being in the military, me losing a few friends in some of the overseas wars, being from a military town, having like massive respect and becoming way more patriotic in my older age. And then also just him paying respect to the blue collar worker. We're in this current society where these chicks get on these websites and they do interesting things, you know, to sell themselves. They get all the glory. These dudes run around doing pranks, you know, talking to people, doing outlandish things. They get all the glory. Influencers, everyone wants to be a YouTuber, which can be good depending on what you're doing, right? But let's just keep it real. Like society,
That's not holding up society.
Society rewards bad behavior.
Yeah.
And
Cash me outside.
Yes. You know, the Hawk Tua girl right
Yeah.
now, she is the trending thing. But what about the lady who's in church working hard, or the lady in the mosque or the synagogue or whatever? I don't think women can go in the mosque. I don't know how that works. Sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what haram. But I'm just saying there's these little deeds going on in the world that no one seems to highlight. And I just walk around and recognize that. Like, even my trash men, I try to tip them because I'm like, bro, you're a G.
Yeah.
You are a legit G, and I'd rather give you some bread than all these hustlers in the world who are just trying to scam a course or whatever, use their influential powers. And if it's not for good, I don't support it. And there's just something about it that, you know, even me being an influencer, I'm on here just having fun and stuff like that. But I'm like, at some point, I try to do the best, right? I try to lead by example with certain things. But yeah, man, I like this. I really do. He's not lying either.
So yeah, the first verse, he's talking about police officers, and I have like a love-hate relationship with the police because I've had,
as we all probably do.
well, I don't know.
sense.
I think that everybody has a different take on it. Like, you know, there's a lot of people who are like, back to blue, support them no matter what. And it's like, well, you know, I've had encounters with police officers. I was arrested and beat down for handing out flyers, you know, for a cancer benefit we were doing, you know. You were there. You saw it. Got maced, got beat down, got jailed for no reason, didn't have the money to fight it at the time. So, you know, I've had very bad interactions with police officers. I had another police officer assault my girlfriend, you know, like, so anyways, you know, it's one of those things that I struggle with. And guess what? You know, it's like when we were going through all this crazy stuff, who was enforcing stay at home? You know, they are a tool of the system that can be turned against you, and they will do it.
Some.
No, I mean like some, but who stood up?
I'm gonna tell you. I agree
Who-
with you. I
okay.
understand the premise.
Yes.
But I'm gonna tell you.
Who was on the beaches serving tickets to people
The
for walking
asshole
on the
cops.
beach?
You're right. But there was a group. I'm just calling. I'm
Not enough stood up is
I'm
what I'm
not
saying,
calling
to
you
make a
out.
difference.
I just want to give a chance to shine light on the
Yes.
patriotic dudes who are like,
Yep.
F this. And there were changes in certain states or certain cities or certain areas where those cops weren't getting the bling bling. And they were like, no, this is not happening.
No, you're right. Some
But you're
people
right.
did that.
A lot of shit went viral where people are arresting people for not wearing masks or whatever. New York was silly. New York was silly.
Yeah.
Oh, you need this passport to go in a restaurant. I agree with you, but also because of what this song's about, I just want to take the moment to highlight.
This is where I want to say the
patriots that-
counterpoint of that.
cool.
The counterpoint, because I'm just saying there's two sides to it.
Sure.
The counterpoint of that argument that I'm saying, that I'm making, the duality of like what I deal with is that you need the police.
Yes.
Because even with all of that and all those feelings that I have and the bad interactions that I've personally had with police officers, I could go on because that's just like the tip of the iceberg. But on the other side of that, okay, in Aurora, we had a home invasion where these Venezuelans dressed up like Amazon people ran into this woman's house and made national news. And that like same week, they had a jewelry store that
in
was
Denver.
overrun. You know, I think these girls got pistol whipped. So like without a strong police force, which we don't have right now, without a strong system of you know, policing and a fear of consequences, then you have utter chaos, and that's where we're going. Yeah. So you cannot, have a society without some sort of police force that's, checking that.
Yeah.
And then, I know firefighters, and everybody talks about risking your life to go, into a fire. That's a very small portion of what they do. The majority of what they do is they are first responders. They get there before EMTs, they get there before the police, and they have to deal with the most horrific of circumstances, right? I have a friend who's a Marine, who was in Iraq. He said that he has worse PTSD from being an EMT, having to scrape little girls off the highway. You know what I mean? I already know. So what I have to say is just like, I appreciate it. I know this is long-winded, but at the end of the day, this is needed. This type of thank you for the people who really actually, uphold society. And that includes your trash men, your janitors, all the people, the cleaning ladies, all these people that, people shit on, like you were saying.
Yeah. I didn't get to tell none of my cop stories, but I have some good ones. I'm 50-50. I've gotten in some really bad situations, and then one cop actually changed my life. I should have got a felony for having a firearm that wasn't mine, that I was only 18, a bunch of stuff, and that didn't happen. And because I didn't get a felony, I was able to, a lot of things were just, my life wasn't, scrutinized at a certain level. So, yeah, but we'll get into that later.
Save the world, they don't get the girl, but y'all are heroes. Too many songs about Xanax and faces covered with tattoos, and way too many asses on camera with rap dudes. Too much Gucci, Louis, Prada clothing trying to brand you. I just want to make a song to say thank you. Thank you to the paramedics coming at high speed in an ambulance, trying to get someone to breathe at the scene of an accident. Covered in a stranger's blood and trying to bring them back again. Their stress levels always at a maximum. Thank you to the carpenters, mechanics, and the welders and plumbers. Y'all are building all the roofs that we're under. Swinging hammers in the pouring rain, the snow in the summer. I hope you know that I appreciate your struggle. Thank you to the nurses and doctors fighting for everyone's lives. Y'all don't always find a cure, but I believe that you tried. The guilt of seeing someone who you tried to save die, don't let it haunt you. Y'all bought them some time. And thank you to the priests and the pastors and the grocery store clerks. The ones who don't get thanked or paid enough for their work. Probably feel disrespected, and I'm sure that it hurts. But let me tell you, y'all are heroes for sure. Everyday people, they know who they are. They aren't superstars, and they don't fight evil. They gotta do the hours with no superpowers. Everyday people don't always save the world. They don't get the girl, but y'all are heroes.
Oh, snap. So I like the video. So let's talk about the video. It's really dope, but the grocery store, they put hog on it. And I thought it was really funny how he said there's too many people with face tattoos, and he's just like all tatted up. It's funny because
it's a little tongue in cheek and like self-deprecating.
Yeah, but he's also saying it this is the interesting thing. Typically, the people who look like that don't say something like this or take the time to drop a song like this because they're like, oh, we got to make a hit or we got to make this money or let's turn up.
Or just straight ignorance.
Yes. So I like that stood out. But there's just a bunch of stuff here. Again, you spoke about the EMTs.
And then he just dropped it in the next verse and was exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And he's a roofer, you guys. So this song's about him. Thank you.
Yeah.
My hero, man. Building infrastructure all around. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. Anyways, no, I'm playing you guys. But it's real. He's a roofer.
I do the sales part. I don't actually put on the roofs.
Yeah. Well, damn. Never mind. I'm not talking about you then. Anyways,
no, I mean, it is crazy because I think about that every time, like, I have a roof go on. I mean, it's such hard work. It's 100 degrees out there. And I always think about the guys that are actually doing the jobs and how hard they're working and like, how much they kind of get shitted on by society in some ways,
Yeah. The girls ain't going to get in the club. They're not going to the side where the roofers are. They're going to the bottle service.
And there's like this thing. There's this thing. It's funny because women will say
so
things.
Hard. You're so hot.
There's a trend for women to say we don't need men. Bruh. It's like we don't need men. Okay, you don't need the guys putting on your roof. Like I would love to see a society that's built solely off of female roofers, female plumbers, female concrete layers, female bricklayers. That's another lane. But I'm just saying, it's like giving credit and just saying, hey, we need each other.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what's super dope about this song. And the video is like, I just love just the real people that are in their environments, just working, doing the day-to-day jobs that you know, seem menial, that people aren't like, you know, giving people credit for. And there's so many people out there, like, you know, that are working every day to support their families.
Again, society in the Western world, America, I'd even say even Canada, Australia, Europe, they incentivize a lot of bad behavior. A lot of people are famous for no reason. It's like just these brothers putting in the work. It's like
Kim Kardashian.
Bro, it's just like, when do you get to shine a light on people who just are grinding, you know,
Yeah.
for real? Like, you know, when these fools get on songs, yo, we on the grind. It's like, these MFers were watching right now.
No, being on the grind is carrying, you know, 75-pound bundles of shingles up a 2-story ladder that's, you know, on a steep roof when it's 100 degrees on the ground. That's the grind.
It's the real grind, man. Picking watermelons. You know what I'm saying?
You don't need a mask and a cape. Don't lose sleep wondering if humanity's safe. Whoa, whoa. And you don't gotta fly to the moon. Don't need X-ray sight to see the hero in you. Whoa. Everyday people, they know who they are. They aren't superstars, and they don't fight evil. They gotta do the hours with no superpowers. Everyday people don't always save the world. They don't get the girl, but y'all are heroes.
I mean, he got his point across. I mean, I like, you know what's funny is even when we do this reaction, I feel like sometimes, and I'm just going to say it because I was about to bite my tongue. I feel like songs like this won't get as many views, and even the reaction won't get as many views, but it's the most important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just funny, like the aggressive, controversial, oh my God, they said this, that. It's just so, like I said, bad behavior gets incentivized in the culture in general. So it's okay. I'm glad we're covering this. I'm glad we're going to release it today, and that's dope. And I'm glad he put that out. That's really fresh.
Yeah.
It's refreshing to a lot of the stuff I've heard recently as well. I like what I've been hearing recently from some of these artists. It's dope. But, I've really been gravitating with Tom's messaging. And I tell people that, like, I've covered some of the beefs and the battles here and there. But again, the messaging, I feel like it's important. So.
Yeah, I agree completely. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it doesn't get as many views as a lot of these other songs, because the type of meaning that people are going to get for people that really mess with this song and really appreciate it, it's exactly what they need, because it's going to resonate with somebody that's out there that feels like, bro, I'm just getting shitted on by life. Nobody appreciates what I'm doing. And then this song comes out and it's just like, okay.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like just a thank you that they needed to hear.
Yeah.
So, that's way more potent than the, catchy, whatever club banger.
Yeah, man. This is cool. Today's actually going to be a vibe. If you guys want to tap in, we're recording a bunch of reactions today. But it's fun because we're all over the gamut already. Because we went from Eminem Renaissance to this, and bro, I got a list of for you. Since you know what I'm saying, since you finally could make the show.
Yeah, finally,
Mr. Captain Important over here. We're gonna build.
I'm up there on those roofs. You know what I mean? Risking my life every day.
Hero. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all don't know what I go through. On the daily.
All right, you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Shout out to Tom. Make sure you're supporting what he's doing or streaming the music. Use our reactions as a conduit, as a promotional tool. It's an ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? 40.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ boy.